Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Muv-Luv Alternative. We're finally reaching several points in which paths are starting to diverge. We are no longer reaching any more familiar territories, but if anything, more unfamiliar for that matter. And now with things going as they are, we don't know what could happen from here on in, and I'm actually excited about that because now we get to experience some more new scenes and new mysteries that need to be resolved. So if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for all love and support. Let's continue. If you still think it's none of my business, then I'll lay off. I don't want to make you feel like you're being cornered or anything.
そんなにいつもと違う?
You really have to ask? I think you could probably tell.
そうね。ショックなんて受けないと思ってたのに。もともと距離置いてたし、ほとんど会ってもいなかったから。
When did you last see him?
覚えてない。私が志願する前が最後かもしれない。
I see. I haven't seen my parents in a long time either. I don't even know where they are. They might already be dead in this world. I mean, I am, so... I know this might sound counterintuitive, but it's actually easier on those around you if you just admit that you're in pain.
白金。
Everyone's probably worried sick about you. I don't think they'll say anything though, thanks to the usual policy you guys abide by.
例の主義?
You know, all that non-intervention stuff. But sorry, I can't help but get involved when I see someone hurting. I'm not great at the whole minding my own business thing, if you couldn't tell.
そうね。
Come on, you could at least pretend to disagree.
三剣だって今の状況はかなり不安なはずだわ。理由はわかるでしょ?
Yeah, though she's not letting it show either.
だから彼女には余計な負担をかけたくないの。やっぱり私がやるわ。
Hey, weren't you listening? You sure you're gonna be okay?
いいのよ。私にはもう心配しなければならない人はいない。
Class rep.
だから大丈夫。ちゃんとやってみせる。その方が気が紛れるしね。
Okay.
まあ、私たちの出番はないと思うけど。
Yeah, I hope you're right. My gut feeling is that something big's about to go down. But could that just be me being paranoid? I just can't stop thinking about how Yuko-sensei said this might be a good opportunity, and how she'd be counting on me.
副司令である私の直轄部隊なんだから、そのぐらい知っていてもらわなきゃね。
And that was an awfully detailed briefing to give to a bunch of lowly cadets. There's really no telling what she might have in store for us.
着座調整してたら窒息しちゃうよ。
So this is what combat paint looks like. The markings are definitely a lot less conspicuous.
本当だ。機体番号も濃いグレーで書いて目立たなくしてあるね。
It doesn't really matter when you're dealing with beta, but we're up against humans this time. Can't hurt to have some camouflage. Though I'm not sure how useful it is on a TSF with UN colors.
出撃の可能性は十分にあるということね。
そのようだな。
None of this happened last time. Damn it! We don't have time for such a massive detour right now. The country, no, not just the country. The whole world needs to be coming together to focus on the war against the beta. But instead, we have to deal with this coup d'etat? Real great time for this, assholes!
実弾
Real ammo. And we're gonna be firing at other people with it. The most I've ever shot were paintballs, and those were in mock battles. The last mission I had in the previous timeline, at least, the last one I remember, was just one where I was on the lookout for any potential beta or enemy threats. Though thankfully, there were no attacks from any beta or anti-migration terrorists. I can't believe my first real battle might be against other people. That's funny, because I remember on my playthrough of Unlimited, by the end of it, he was fighting the... Wasn't he fighting the beta? The never-ending battle? But then again, this game might be going off with their own interpretation or their own ending. I'm assuming the... Well, there is no Sumika ending. But yeah, obviously, they're going with a different rendition. Huh?
大変なこと？基地の周りに帝国軍が
What? The IJA? What are they doing here?
ちょっと城がね、どこ行くの？待機命令。
榊、私が連れ戻す。
頼んだわよ。
待て、タケル。
Oh. This is definitely new. What the hell's going on here?
完全に包囲されているな。
Maya, you came to see too, huh?
いや、そなたを連れ戻しに来たのだ。
Oh, right, of course. That's the Imperial Japanese Army, right?
ああ、そのようだな。
Not just TSFs, but a whole armored division with these numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if they had MLRS unit tagging along behind them. I can imagine the coup d'etat forces coming here, but why the IJA?
国連軍の基地内とはいえ、他国の軍隊が無断で上陸してきたのだ。主権国家としては当然の措置であろう。
I see. They're here for the American troops, not us. This is so stupid. Could things get any worse? If you don't want the Americans' help, then deal with it yourselves. This coup d'etat is already a big enough waste of time, so why are you making it worse? Stop holding the rest of us back. If they can afford to deploy troops out here, why aren't they sending more to suppress the coup d'etat?
そういう問題ではない。すでにアメリカ軍はこの基地に進駐している。その事態に対する当然の反応だと言っているのだ。
No wonder we're losing to the beta. We're basically sitting ducks here. How the hell are we gonna win the war when we're so caught up in stupid shit like this?
目的が同じであっても、重んじるものが違えば、道を違えることもある。
Yeah, and those values won't mean jack shit when they're all beta food, will they?
それは。
Yeah, I didn't think so.
貴様の言う通りだ。だが、それだけではないのも事実だ。
Huh? I mean, First Lieutenant.
つくよみ、そなた何をしている？殿下の危機を知りながら何故ここにいるのだ。
Maya?
は、お言葉ではございますが、メイヤ様の警護こそ私どもが殿下より賜ったお役目でございます。
バカ者、知れ事を申すな。今帝都がどうなっておるか知らぬわけではあるまい。
重々承知しております。そうであるがゆえに、メイヤ様のおそばを離れるわけにはいかぬのです。
そなた、己の申していることの意味が分かっておるのか。
Whoa, Maya, stop it.
私のことはよい。早く行け。行かぬか。
なりません。こればかりはいかにメイヤ様のご命令といえど、なりません。
恐れながらメイヤ様、つくよみ様とて殿下を案ずるお気持ちはメイヤ様と同じ。しかしながら私どもにとりましてメイヤ様も大切なお方。
控えろ、巴。
さようでございます。私どもとて身を引き裂かれる思いでございます。メイヤ様、どうかつくよみ様の心中お察しくださいませ。 直々に賜ったメイヤ様のおそば役を私どもがどうしてないがしろにできましょう。
やめんか。
もうよい。
メイヤ様、
つくよみ、許すがよい。私がどうかしていた。
いえ、決してそのようなことは。
そなたたちが殿下の命に背くなど決してありえぬこと、私も重々承知していたはずだったが。神代、巴、恵比寿、許すがよい。
めっそうもございません。私どもこそお許しを。
Alright then, let's leave it at that, shall we?
ああ、
貴様たちはもう下がれ。ハンガーにて待機せよ。
はい、メイヤ様、失礼いたします。
つい取り乱してしまった。許すがよい。
It's fine, really. But more importantly, Lieutenant, is Her Highness safe? That's what you want to know, right?
どうなのだ。
現在、近衛軍第二連隊と決起部隊が堀を挟んで睨み合っています。
Then I guess that report that they already engaged one another was false, huh?
決起部隊は帝都城に背を向け、銃口こそ殿下に向けておりませんが、包囲部隊の数は徐々に増えている模様です。
では、殿下はご無事なのだな。
はい。警護を預かる第二連隊は精鋭中の精鋭です。ご安心ください。
So, Lieutenant Tsukuyomi, where did these IJA units come from?
おそらく甲信越絶対防衛線から派遣されている部隊であろう。
I knew it.
帝都奪還作戦の主力は北関東絶対防衛線と第二次防衛線から抽出されたと聞いている。
Those dipshits. They're leaving the secondary defense line undefended too? Why does it matter who gets to rule what? This whole thing is just ridiculous.
国家の主権が下らぬとは聞き捨てならんな。
Well, what would you call these stupid power struggles then? None of this matters if we all get wiped out. We're here on the front lines of the Far East and they choose now to start their little revolution. We ought to just take full force of the UN and squash every last one of them.
では貴様に尋ねる。例えば国連の方針が特定の国家の世界戦略を色濃く反映するものであったとしよう。
She's probably talking about America. From what I heard in the command center earlier, they definitely had a hand in orchestrating this whole mess.
そしてその国家が多様性を認めない自国中心主義であったとしても、貴様の答えは同じなのか？
Even in the previous timeline, America started preparing to annihilate the beta with G-bombs as soon as Alternative 5 was enacted. I would.
ほう。
I mean, sure, maybe I don't remember anything about what happened after that. But it doesn't matter, because I won't let it happen again. Yuko-sensei and I are gonna put a stop to it. Mankind's survival takes priority above all else.
では、ベータとの意思疎通が可能になったとして、人類の生存が叶うなら、彼らの支配を受け入れるというわけか。
Yeah, right, all the beta do is destroy. They wouldn't be interested in ruling us. No, mankind needs to be victorious, period. Coexistence with the beta is not an option.
では、別の例えをしよう。貴様の部隊が敵と交戦中に、部隊内部でトラブルが発生し、窮地に陥ったとしよう。
Oh, we skipped something. Hold on. My bad. Backlog. Okay, let's say your squad while engaging enemy. Yep, okay. Then my unit, which happened to be deployed in the same area, came to you and offered to help resolve that strife.
提案を受け入れなければ貴様の隊は全滅。受け入れればトラブルは解決し勝利する可能性が高い。だが受け入れれば 貴様の部隊は強制的に私の部隊に編入され、すべての精神的肉体的自由を奪われ、私に隷属することを強制されてしまうとしよう。
Now you're just screwing with me. How's this scenario any different at all?
それでも貴様は私の提案を受け入れるかな？
Ah. This isn't on the small of a scale, though. God damn it.
勝利が得られるのであれば、どのような提案も受け入れるのだろう？
What do these examples have to do with any of this? I already know how all of this is gonna end. We don't have time to be playing around with stupid analogies.
どうした？主権がくだらないものであれば考えるまでもなかろう。
もうよい。そこまでだ、つくよみ。
All we're doing with this sort of bullshit is weighing ourselves down. Ah.
そなたたちはここにいるとして、この軍はどう動くのだ？
それは
What are you looking at me for?
なんだ、タケルが情報を漏らすとでも言いたげだな。
Huh?
この者の言動は国連、ひいてはアメリカよりです。
Oh, come on. And after all that cryptic nonsense, now you come out and call the Americans by name?
そなたは帝国近衛軍。私たちは日本国民ではあるが、今は国連軍に属している。タケルの考えはその意味で間違ってはおるまい。
それでは差し障りのない程度に。
それでよい。タケルと同じく私も部外者だからな。
城大将は帝都城敷地内にありますので未だ健在です。それにより近衛軍の統制は依然失われておりません。
So she's getting her information straight from the shogunate. No wonder it's more accurate. The rebels must be dying to close this leak somehow.
首謀者の声明にございました殿下にあだなす所存なしということが今のところ誠のようです。
帝都民に被害は出ておらぬのか？
は、今のところ。
そうか。
If the coup d'etat forces harm the shogun or any civilians, they completely lose the moral high ground. Even a kid could figure that out.
ですが、先ほど申し上げましたように、帝都城を包囲する部隊は増強されつつあります。状況は予断を許しません。
確かに。
決起部隊側は殿下の勅命を賜ろうとするはずです。それが彼らの正義を証明する唯一の手段ですゆえ。ですが、殿下の重臣を殺害したことは殿下の御心を曇らせているはず。直ちに勅命が発せられることはありえないでしょ
しかし時間が経てば経つほど帝国軍の体制が整う。アメリカ軍が介入してくる危険もある。
う。さようでございます。帝都が戦場となる可能性も十分ありましょう。
最悪だ。
それに備え、帝都圏に散在する近衛軍駐屯地の各部隊は帝都城に集結中です。今のところ目立った妨害はありません。
The Royal Guard exists solely to protect the shogun, so it's not like the rebels can just block their entry and risk a skirmish breaking out. Still, I doubt they're happy about letting them just waltz right through their lines.
私どものような独立警護部隊は将軍家ゆかりの方々をお守りする任務を賜っています。以上で。
分かった。そなたに感謝を。下がってよいぞ。
は、何かございましたらいつでもお呼びください。
タケル、許すがよい。あの者は職務に忠実であろうとしているだけなのだ。
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sure I'd do the same thing in her position.
そう言ってもらえると助かる。
From Tsukuyomi's perspective, I'm a dead man walking, and now she thinks I've got American sympathies. Given how close I am to Maya right now, yeah, I can't really blame her for being a little suspicious. Let's get back to the hangar. We have to finish adjusting our cockpits.
そうだな。
Time is dragging on and on today. It feels like the whole base is really tense and motionless. I guess the Shogun still hasn't sanctioned the coup d'etat. The IJA units surrounding the base haven't moved either, and the Americans are acting like they own the place. God, this is killing me. I've got other stuff I need to be doing right now, but instead I'm stuck here doing nothing. It's not like we're even doing something productive. We're just sitting around wasting time. Damn it! Why'd you have to drag us into your stupid little rebellion? The fate of all mankind is on the line here, you idiots. The rest of the squad's been taking this pretty hard too. Our first real battle might be against other people, and we're all equally upset about that. We've been trained to fight the beta, damn it, not our own kind. I'm sure everyone else must be worried about their families too. For better or worse, I've got nobody in this world to be concerned about, but if Sumika or my parents were here, I'd be able to hold it together. Mia's worried about the Shogun, obviously. Totally understandable considering they're related. And even though we're all members of the UN military here, the others are just as Japanese. They may not be as worried as Maya is, but it makes sense that they'd be anxious about the Shogun as well. But I'm pretty sure Class Rep's got the hardest. I mean, her dad was just murdered. And everyone's trying to be as considerate as possible of that. The tougher she tries to act, the harder it is for them to talk to her. She said she wanted to distract herself by sticking to her normal routine, but when we're just sitting around like this, I'm sure she can't help but dwell on it. Huh? Come to think of it, where did Class Rep run off to? She was just here a couple of seconds ago. Maybe it got to be too much for her. I should probably do something. This probably isn't the time to just wait and see what happens. Guess I'll start by looking for her. Alrighty then.
どうしたのだ?
Oh, nothing. Just noticed we're missing a couple of squad mates here.
鎧は教官に呼ばれてハンガーに行っている。
Ah, right.
榊さんならあそこにいるよ。
She's just staring out the window. Doesn't seem like she's looking at anything in particular.
綾峰はあそこだ。
She's up in the balcony, gazing up at the sky, sitting perfectly still. Which is pretty much par for the course for her. But after what happened yesterday, it does kind of concern me. I think it's because of that letter. It had no postmark, no stamp. And judging from the content, well, it definitely wasn't a love letter, that's for sure. And then there's that stuff she said. About how she didn't want to have to kill me.
みんな、ハンガーに集合よ。
Huh? Class Rep and Mikoto?
まさか。
出撃命令か?
違うよ。火器管制装置の微調整だって。
Wait, what's wrong with the fire control systems? Don't they just autocorrect every time you switch modes anyway?
新 OS が個人データを参照するときの設定項目が細かすぎて、自動補正じゃどうしても誤差が消せないらしいんだ。
Guess that was an unexpected side effect.
OS の設定を再調整すればなんとかなるらしいけど、今はそんな時間ないからね。
わかった。
Yeah, talk about bad timing. I was just about to go talk to Class Rep.
何ぼーっとしてるの? 白金、行くわよ。
Oh, right, says the girl who was just staring off into space at the window. Well, at least this means she's got something to do now. That's probably for the best.
綾峰も呼んできて。
Got it. You going ahead. Ayamine,
何?
we're supposed to go to the hangar. Come on, let's go.
何?
I just told you. They need us in the hangar. We have to manually adjust our fire control systems, apparently. Come on, dude. You've been acting really weird since yesterday. Get your act together.
先.
You sure you're okay? Still hung up about that letter?
知ると後悔するよ。
If you don't want me to ask, could you at least pretend you're not upset? I highly doubt you're this shaken up about the Shogun being in danger. It's got something to do with that letter, right?
違う。
Weren't you just bragging about being a good liar yesterday? Well, you're being pretty damn transparent today. Ayamine, we're squad mates. We have to trust each other with our lives. You know that, right? I can trust you to have my back out there, right? Come on, give me a real answer. Can I depend on you?
白金は私がうんって答えたら信じるの？
Of course I would.
どうかな？
What do you mean? I can't lie and say that I'm not vaguely suspicious of Ayamine. And I don't know whether she's some sort of secret agent or what. Or if she planted the letter specifically for me to read. But what do I know? But what I do know is that there's something she's not telling me. And since I apparently suck at lying, I bet you can already tell what I'm thinking. Guess I'll have to come out and say it. Alright, I'll be straight with you. I'm concerned you might be mixed up in some kind of conspiracy, or maybe even taking part in one. It was the envelope from yesterday that got me suspicious. It was marked as inspected even though it had never been opened, and it was neither stamped nor postmarked. But before we talk any more about that, there's something else I need to apologize for, which also has to do with the letter. I'm sorry. Yesterday after I picked it up, I tried to bring it back to your room. You didn't answer when I knocked, but I assume you were just ignoring me, so I opened the door.
私の部屋入ったんだ。
I did. Sorry. And I saw all the other envelopes lined up on your desk. I didn't open them, but I could tell there was something suspicious about them. So I started getting all these crazy ideas like, maybe you were a spy, or you dropped it on purpose so I could see it, or you were being stalked by some creep. And then you said you'd have to kill me if I knew what they were, which just added more fuel to the fire. I've been doing everything I can to save humanity from destruction, and I'm gonna keep on doing that. But there seems to be a lot of people out there who think their own personal problems are more important than the survival of mankind, and they're the ones stirring up these kinds of conflicts. It's thanks to people like them that all the training we've done to fight the beta might be put to use against our fellow man. I think a lot of the time, they're the types of people who can't trust others, and the last thing I want is to be anything like them. So if you tell me I can depend on you right here and now, I'll trust you. And yeah, I know I've been suspicious of you lately, and that I owe you an apology for some of the things I did. So I understand if you can't forgive me. Hell, I wouldn't blame you if you hated my guts. But I do want to trust you, and I want you to trust me too. So if you tell me I can depend on you, I'll leave it at that, and take you at your word. Could my approach have backfired on me? Honestly, I don't think so. This is actually the most heart-to-heart I've ever seen Shirogane and Ayamine have outside of the original title, where it was just them trying to date. Well, either way, it's still a relief to lay it all out on the open, or on the table, and not be beating around the bush anymore.
これ読ん
Huh? Oh, whoa, wasn't expecting that. Hey, this is the same letter from yesterday. Still carrying it around, I see. Wait, what are you getting at? You saying I'll understand everything if I read this? This is the letter that gave me cause to suspect her. The last time I skimmed it, it was almost unintelligible. I just saw a couple of words that set off some alarm bells. Why does she want me to do with it now?
いいから読んで。
Okay, I'll try. In this season, the biting chill grows stronger with each passing day.
声に出して。
Sorry?
いいから。
Fine. Assuming I actually can. In this season, the biting chill grows stronger with each passing day. What's a winter solstice?
極月。
Oh, okay. The winter solstice prognosticates the coming snow. As I gaze out upon the frozen landscape, I feel
干渉線上。
indomitable as the steadfast pine, yet whether in prose or verse, it seems my words are very ineffective. For striking through the eventide spectrums may be as they drape over the distant peaks, such majesty is lost on those content to remain purblind.
合ってる。
Though as I know you are wise beyond your years, surely you must have good cause to avert your gaze. This is hopeless. I can't decipher this nonsense. I mean, I can grasp the context of it. I have no idea what this is trying to say.
いくら手紙を書いても読まなきゃ意味ないし、読んでもその意味を考えようとしなければ同じこと。
So he's telling you off for that, basically? Though the next sentence says he's sure she has her reasons.
まあね、返事出したことないし、それ以前に読んでもいないけど。
If you don't read a single one of those letters in your room, why not?
読んでもわからないから。
Oh, come on, you've understood this one just fine.
いいから続き読んで。
As Confucius says, it is only in the cold of winter that the pine and cypress are known as evergreens. It is with these words in mind that we gather here, towering like evergreens, over withered clovers, resolved to weather the storm. We shall wipe away the lingering regrets of he who wept for his land and his people. I ask only that you bear witness to the righteous fury that burns in our hearts. This shall be my final letter. For you, I wish only the brightest, most unfathomably irradiant future. Tsushima Shuji. I mean it. I'm done.
最後、名前が違う。
Huh? Oh crap, I did! Wait, and how do you actually pronounce it?
その人の名前は、佐桐直也。
Ah, well, that's not surprising. What? Sagiri Naoya? The ringleader of the coup d'etat?
これは、その人からの手紙。
But that's not what he signed it as. It says Tsushima Shuji here.
手紙の後半、見て。
Huh?
書くのごとくなんて普通書かない。当て字。
Oh, I didn't even know that.
かの恩方って私の父さん。萩の季節書くのごとくで綾峰収穫。それが
Oh my god, I get it now. Shukaku is written using shu as in clover and kaku as in tower. Damn, he even used the same shu in Tsushima Shuji. Chief Yorei mentioned Ayamina's dad by name this morning, but I never thought about how it was written.
私の父さんのこと知ってるでしょ。
Yeah, I know.
クアンジュ作戦の悲劇有名だもんね。卑怯者とか友軍を見捨てて逃げたとか父さんのせいで負けたとか。
I remember hearing that Ayamina's dad was an army general who was arrested for desertion under fire.
父さんの部隊にあの人もいた。
Who? Sagiri Naoya? Why would this guy send these all to you and risk exposing his plan?
あの人は父さんを尊敬していた。父さんもあの人を自分の子供のように可愛がっていた。
And I'm guessing you two liked each other here too? I feel like I've heard a story a lot like this one before, but where?
私が小さい頃からよくうちにも来ていた。
I wonder if in this world that he's in, all the memories of the previous routes I played through are all culminated into his. They all culminated into this game. So that's why he remembers Sagiri, you know, from Ayamina's route, as well as a couple of the other characters' memories. But more so on Tsumika for obvious reasons. But I think this game inhabits all of the routes that you had to play through to understand these characters. But that's not enough reason to risk exposing all of his comrades in the coup d'etat, is it? It can never be worth that, right?
あの人はまっすぐな人だったから。 罪に問われ投獄される父さんを黙って見てるしかなかった自分を今でも責めている。
So wait, why would a guy with his background ever be placed in the Capitol Guard Regiment to begin with?
クワンジュ作戦の前にあの人は負傷して内地総監になっていた。
Is the military really that sloppy about this stuff?
わからない。でも優秀な人だったから。
So he pretended to have nothing to do with the Guanju, evaded the investigation, and assigned to the Capitol Guard Regiment after things quieted down? That doesn't add up. The IJF can't be that stupid. Did he have some insider help maybe? And considering he chose the Capitol Guard Regiment, does that mean a coup d'etat was his plan all along? Wait, don't tell me. Could America have pulled some strings to get him that assignment?
私は父さんがやったことを恥じている。敵前逃亡なんて許されない。
She said that in the previous timeline too, and that it was his fault she lost everything.
最近私に面会に来る人がいる。
Huh?
父さんに世話になったとか助けられたという大東亜連合軍の人たち。手紙はその人たちが直接持ってくる。
So that's how they did it. Using Cosine agents would be much safer than sending them directly to IJF or UN military personnel.
その人たちは父さんは悪くないっていう。
Huh?
父さんは民間人の避難と警護を優先して司令部の即時移動命令を無視することになってしまったって。
I see. If that's what happened, I can see where Sagiri was coming from in his announcement speech.
人は国のためにできることをなすべきである。そして国は人のためにできることをなすべきである。
I've heard those words somewhere before.
父さんがよく言ってた言葉。
Right? That must be it. I remember her telling me this last time too.
父さんには失望したけど、その言葉には従える。
Yeah.
でも私には軍の発表とその人たちどっちの言ってることが正しいのかなんてわからない。だからもういいのに。
Ayamine.
後悔の綴られた手紙なんて欲しくない。だから開かない。だから読まない。
I see. When you've got that much emotional baggage, the last thing you want is a constant deluge of letters reminding you about it. Yeah, I can't imagine how hard that must be for her. Although, I can definitely relate to someone who has regrets about something that they were powerless to stop. In the previous timeline, I had to just sit there and watch the world go to hell. Okay, I think I get the gist, but that still doesn't tell me why he'd take the risk of sending them to you. Aren't there any other reasons you could think of?
父さんはあの人と私を結婚させたがっていた。
Okay. What? So then I was right about them being lovers? Or was this an arranged marriage sort of thing? What's going on? I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. So yeah, he's gonna remember every route that he's taken, or that we've taken. He remembered the Sumika route ending. He's gonna remember the ending with Ayamine, then he'll remember everyone else's. Oh, that's interesting. Did I know if Ayamine had a boyfriend back in my world?
あの人はまっすぐな人だったから。
I see.
私の同意が欲しかったのか、それとも巻き込まれないように警告したかったのか。
Now it all makes sense.
だから もっと早く読めばよかった。
Huh?
おとといその手紙を届けに来た人がこれが最後だって言ってたから封を開いた。でも
I see. So he sent this last letter after all his preparations were already made. Even if Ayamine told someone about his plans, he would have put them into action before an investigation could get underway. Actually, maybe that's why he sent it. From what Chief Yoroi said at the end of last month, the Imperial Ministry of Intelligence already had their eyes on a strategic studies group. It's possible they rushed their plans out of fear they were about to get caught, and he just sent out this letter at the very last minute.
もっと早く読んでいれば
But why didn't the Ministry of Intelligence warn the military of the coup?
少なくとも死ななかったかもしれない。
Huh?
あの人が手をかけた人たち。
The man who started all of this assassinated the Prime Minister. In other words, the man who murdered Class Rep's father did so in the name of Ayamina's father. Whether or not they're actually engaged, Sagiri Naoya and Ayamina definitely aren't just casual acquaintances. This is the worst.
もう手遅れ。
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make any of this your fault. Even if you had reported that letter, the coup d'etat would have broken out before they finished investigating. Not to mention that the UN forces aren't held in the highest regard here. Even if we could have determined the letters were real, getting the IGF to believe us would have been a whole different story. From the way Yuko-sensei was talking with the commander and undersecretary in the command center, I can tell how touchy relations must be. Captain Sagiri probably took that into account.
どうかな。
Ayamine, what the heck are you playing at? Are you just gonna let your regrets fester inside of you like he did, and end up seeking revenge after the fact? Are you gonna blame yourself for the death of your squad mate's father for the rest of your life?
これが白金の知りたいことの全部。満足。
Happy? What do you mean happy? Hey. Why did you tell me so much? Just to get me off your ass? Or do you feel like you can trust me?
さっきの白金の質問。
Huh?
今うんって言っても白金は私を信じる。
Of course.
じゃあ約束守って。
Huh?
うんって言うから。
She must mean how I promised I'd just leave it at that. Got it. She doesn't want me to pry anymore. Though honestly, she's told me quite a bit already. It's actually kind of impressive considering how shaken up she was right now. Got it. But in exchange, I want you to do something for me.
何？
Don't tell anyone else about this. At this point, it'll just make the situation even more complicated. I don't want us to waste any time rehashing stuff that's already in the past. Okay? This is between me and you.
Ayamine, Takeru!
Ah, crap, I totally forgot. Sorry, we'll be right.
調整は後だ。すぐにブリーフィングルームに集合だ。
Wow, okay. What happened? Did a fight break out?
わからん。榊たちは直接向かった。急げ。国連軍の軍事的支援を仙台臨時政府が正式に受け入れた。玉瀬事務次官と臨時政府の全権特使との会談の結果だ。約10分前に公式発表された。臨時政府が受け入れに際し絶対条件としているのは殿下の安全と保護だ。これは今後展開される全作戦の最優先事項になる。クーデター軍はこの政府の決定を殿下の御心をないがしろにする逆賊と国連に加担する売国土の凶暴だと激しく非難している。
Now they're taking advantage of the situation by forcing the government to let them help protect the shogun. That's so low. Screw those guys. You think you can walk all over everyone's just cause you've got the UN behind you? Damn it. It's all going just the way the Americans and Alternative 5 supporters want it to.
事務次官、あなたも日本人なら アメリカのそのような強硬姿勢がこの国でどのような反発を生んでいるのかご存知のはずでしょ
う。今は人類の未来を優先すべき時です。それが特定の集団の利益につながるとしても。
それは理解しています。だからこそ筋を通していただきたい。国連軍が正義であることを世界に示すために。
I wonder how many people on this base even realize the full implications of what the commander was saying. If this keeps up, humanity's just gonna feel more animosity towards each other. And in the end, god damn it.
相模湾に展開中だった第7艦隊はすでに東京湾に向け航行中だ。当基地に上陸したアメリカ軍第132戦術機構部隊は態勢が整い次第帝都に向け出撃する手はずになっている。
Even I can piece together what that means. Damn it. If it weren't for the rebels, the UN and the US wouldn't have had an excuse to stick their nose in Japanese affairs to begin with. They're the ones who went out of their way to dig this shit up. It could have just stayed a government secret. Whatever. We just gotta take care of this stupid rebellion and move on. We can't afford to waste any more time. Which might mean the people will have to die. But, if that's the best way of getting control of the situation, then I'm prepared to deal with that. I have to be. So let's just get it over with already. I'm sick of wasting all this time.
当基地からも第1戦術機構大隊、第5航空支援大隊がすでに出撃している。現在、第4、第5戦術機構大隊、第2航空支援大隊の出撃準備が進行中だ。また、第3戦術機構大隊が帝国軍部隊の抽出で手薄になった第2次防衛戦の支援部隊として出撃準備中である。それ以外の部隊は敵の後方かく乱を警戒し、戦闘態勢を維持したまま待機することとなった。
So we'll be defending the base. I see. I feel sorry for the soldiers who are out there, but I guess we should consider ourselves lucky.
なお、第3戦術機構大隊の出撃予定時刻は1940。これに合わせ我が隊も出撃、後方警備任務に当たる。
Wait, what? You're kidding me. We're actually getting deployed?
任務の重要度、戦力バランスなど様々な要件を考慮した結果、我が隊も出撃せざるを得ない状況だと判断された。
What do you mean a necessity? What the hell are a bunch of cadets gonna do out there? Wait, this isn't another one of Yuko Sensei's little schemes, is it?
任務内容は東ヶ島城の警備。作戦区域は芦ノ湖南東岸一帯とする。
Lake Ashi? We're gonna be in Hakone then? Pretty sure that's near Mount Fuji. So we're heading in the opposite direction of the capital, huh? Come to think of it, isn't Togashima pretty much like the Shogun's summer home? Well, it should be a nice safe job for cadets like us at least. That place used to be under beta control, so it's probably in ruins now. There'd be no reason to deploy real soldiers out in the middle of nowhere. Guess that means this probably isn't some kind of scheme Yuko Sensei cooked up then.
なお、当任務には横浜基地駐留の帝国近衛軍第19独立警備小隊も随伴する。
So Tsukuyomi-san and the gang are coming with us, huh? Well, it is their mission to protect Meiya, so I guess it makes sense. And I'm sure they won't mind guarding a piece of the Shogun's property.
我々はアメリカ軍が進駐している横浜基地所属の部隊だ。その上、貴様らは日本人だ。余計に帝国軍の反発を買う可能性がある。作戦区域では厚木基地の帝国軍部隊が周囲を固めることになっている。作戦行動中に何か言われるかもしれんが、絶対に挑発には乗るなよ。
So we gotta just sit back and take it, huh? Not to mention if they find out we're cadets, they're not gonna take us seriously at all. Guess this might not be such a walk in the park after all.
それに殿下を取り巻く状況が不透明だ。帝国軍将兵の苛立ちは相当なものだろう。
教官、質問があります。
実際に武力による挑発や攻撃があった場合、防衛行動は認められるのでしょうか。
Dude, you really think they're gonna just attack us? Come on, you're just being paranoid now.
この作戦は国連と臨時政府が決定したもので、殿下のご裁可をいただいたものではありません。帝国軍が我々を侵略者とみなす危険性があります。
Aggressor? Seriously? Did they really hit the UN and US military that much? Still, Classrap's more acquainted with the Imperial side of things than I am. She's probably got more insight into how they're gonna react.
アメリカ軍のご利用しがあったとはいえ、これは正式な手続きを踏んだ国連軍の作戦だ。それに手を出せばどうなるか簡単に想像がつくはずだ。同じ日本人として彼らの理性を信じよう。
Tama, this would be really hard on you. It's pretty obvious your father was a key player in getting the UN involved in this. And I imagine some people in Japan don't really appreciate that. Probably most of them, actually.
では引き続き移動経路について説明する。1940 87式自走整備支援単価にて国道16号跡を北上、東名高速自動車道跡沿いに旧海老名市まで前進。
This incident is really personal for everyone in the squad. For Mikoto, Ayamine, Class Rep, Maya, and Tama too.
海老名パーキングエリア跡にて帝国軍厚木基地からの補給部隊と合流。補給が終了次第、小田原厚木道路跡沿いに旧小田原市まで。
Mikoto's dad is pulling strings behind the scenes. Ayamina's fiance rebelled and killed Class Rep's dad. Tama's dad dragged the UN into this. And the Shogun, one of Maya's relatives, is now in danger.
小田原西インターチェンジ跡を補給中継基地とし、全戦術機起動。出撃準備が整い次第、前期 C 装備で箱根新道跡を。
Everyone here is at least partially aware of how Maya, Tama, and Class Rep are involved in this incident. It's gotta be uncomfortable for them. For now, Ayamine is suffering in silence about her connection to Sagiri, but I imagine that'll change once more information comes to light. I don't think anybody knows about what Mikoto's dad has been doing though. Unlike the Prime Minister or the Undersecretary, intelligence agents tend to stay under the radar if they're doing their jobs right. Guess that's a silver lining for her. But just how much does Mikoto know herself?
最後に、本任務は実戦が想定されている以上、私が戦術機で直接指揮を取る。コールナンバーは〇〇だ。
Huh?
隊を二分し、支援車両も私が指揮する。小隊の運用としては変則的だが、やむを得まい。
Oh yeah, Marimo-chan was in the front lines before she came to this base. Of course she can pilot a TSF. Duh. Well, sweet. It'll be nice to have a commander with some actual combat experience.
編成は榊を分隊長とし、綾峰鎧を A、三剣を分隊長とし、玉瀬白金を B とする。
Not really sure our team arrangements are gonna make much of a difference this time. Better just go with it.
各自30分以内に火器管制装置の調整を済ませ、ハンガー前集合。以上だ。解散。
So we're finally gonna get a piece of the action, huh?
そうだね。まさか人間と戦うなんて思いもしなかったけど。
Yeah, not to disrespect the guys in the front lines, but I'm glad we're just guarding the rear. As cadets, that's probably where we'll be most useful. Hey, by the way.
何？どうしたの？
Well, I ran into your dad earlier.
え？
Here. He wanted me to give you the souvenir.
本当に？本当に父さんが来てたの？
Yeah, twice actually, but I forgot to tell you the first time. Sorry.
別にいいよ。そうか。そうだったんだ。これどこで？
I just happened to bump into him on the way to Yuko Sensei's office this morning. I can't tell the truth, obviously.
そうか。
What gives? I thought you'd be delighted to have this.
はい。
Whoa, what? You don't want it?
それ僕は同じもの持ってるから、多分タケルへのお土産なんじゃない？
She probably knows what that souvenir means, which is why she's giving it to me. I would still rather she have it. You think?
相変わらずだな。気まぐれでつかみどころのない。
Yeah, like you. Yeah, you're one to talk. Wait, why does she seem so down? Maybe she knows what her dad's been up to. So, what does your dad do for a living?
役所の下請け会社で働いていて、しょっちゅう外国を飛び回ってるよ。
Wow. So even Mikoto doesn't know his true identity. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it after all.
向こう水な人でさ、すぐ危険な場所に飛び込んでいっちゃうんだ。
Huh?
それで周りの人も危険な目に遭わせちゃうんだよね。ほんと困った人だよ。
Wait, so then maybe she does know.
だからタケルも巻き込まれないように気をつけてね。
I think I'll be fine. Besides, I'm sure he could get us out of this sticky situation. He seems to have an uncanny knack for that sort of thing.
けどね、変にロマンチストだからそれしか見えなくなっちゃう時があるんだよ。
I guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. That sounds exactly like Mikoto.
さあ、早く調整済ませないと。特に K さんとタケルはさっきサボってたからね。
Yeah, you're right. I can't tell whether she knows what her dad does or not, but either way, it's obvious she's worried about him. In times like these, I can't imagine anyone not being at least a little worried. Especially after hearing what happened to Class Rep's dad. Oh, this is cool.
〇〇より〇1、〇2。先行した威力偵察部隊の報告によると、作戦区域に敵影なしとのことだ。
Not surprising, the rebels have their hands full as it is. They can't afford to send troops out here.
予定通り屏風山を抜け、旧関所跡まで前進。堂ヶ島半島を速やかに確保の後、AB 各分隊は所定の位置につけ、私は支援車両とともに旧関所跡に指揮所を設営する。なお、偵察情報は更新ごとに各自データリンクにて確認せよ。以上。丸1、了解。丸2、了解。
Nobody said a word since we left the base. Maybe the tension's starting to set in, and they're all coming to terms with the fact that they might just die out here. I've never actually fought the beta. After 2 years of deploying following Alternative 5's implementation, I'm well acquainted with that feeling. In any case, these guys might be a bit nervous right now, but I don't doubt they have the necessary resolve. Of course, I imagine they'd be way more comfortable risking their lives fighting the beta than going up against other human beings. And more than anything else, we're probably hung up on the fact that everyone's families are somehow connected to this ugly situation. It's like we're walking on eggshells trying to be extra considerate of one another. I know that's just the way people respond to things like this, but we're in the middle of an operation. We can't afford to be clamming up on each other like this. Hey guys, did you know Hakone is famous for its many hot springs? Maimo-chan should have heard that too, but she didn't say anything. Maybe she can tell what I'm trying to do, so she's letting it slide. Once this mission's over, it'd be nice if you had the time to just relax in one, huh? Maybe I'm being insensitive considering what Class Ref must be going through right now. This is the only way I can think of to clear the air. Sounds good, right? Hell, we could all take a dip together, if you guys aren't too embarrassed, that is. Hot springs, man. I still remember when we all went to one back in my world.
丸3より丸6、静かにしなよ。作戦中じゃないか。
This is 06. Hey, you're not dead after all.
ダメだってば。もう切るよ。
I'm surprised Class Rep wasn't the first to respond. I was pretty sure she was gonna chew me out for that.